3 guild warships rumbled across a blood-red sky with all the finesse of fat drunkards lunging towards the privy. They were capital warships of the ironclad series, the heaviest dreadnoughts constructed in the Midland yards. Balloons the colour of flame, shuriken thrower turrets studding their inflatables, vomiting black exhaust into opiate skies. The flagship leading the trio was 100 feet long, 3 red banners embroidered with lotus blooms trailing at her stern. Her name flowed down her bow in broad, bold kanji, a warning to any fool who would stand in her way. Lady Izanami's Hunger. If Brother Jubei felt any trepidation about serving on a ship named for the Dark Mother's appetites, he hid it well. He stood at the stern, warm inside the brass shell of his Atmos suit despite the freezing wind, trying to still the butterflies in his stomach, quiet his pounding heart, repeating the mantra, "Skin is strong, flesh is weak, skin is strong, flesh is weak," seeking its center. Yet, try as he might, he couldn't still the discontent ringing inside his head. The fleet's captain stood at the railing, surveying the Aishi Mountains below. His Atmos suit was decorated with ornate designs, brass fixtures and pistons embossed with steel-grey filigree. A mech abacus clicked and chittered on his chest, a device of counting beads and vacuum tubes, singing the tuneless song of wind-up insects. A dozen desiccated tiger tails hung from the spaulders covering the captain's shoulders. They were rumoured to have been a gift from the great fleet master of the Tora chapter house, old Kiyoshi himself. The captain's name was Montaro, though his crew preferred to call him Scourge of the Gaijin. He was a veteran of the Mochiba invasion, had commanded the guild fleet supporting shogunate ground troops against the round-eye barbarians across the Eastbourne Sea. But when the war effort had begun disintegrating in the wake of the shogun's assassination, Chapter House Kigen had recalled the captain and set him tracking a new foe back on Shiman shores. To Brother Jubei's great pride, of all the newly awakened Shattei in Kigen, Second Bloom Kensei had selected him to serve as the Scourge's new aide. "Do you require anything, Captain?" Jubei stood at the Scourge's back, a respectful distance away, eyes downcast. "A sniff of our quarry would suffice." Faint annoyance in the crackling buzz that passed for the captain's voice. "Other than that, this weak flesh abides." He touched a switch, spoke into his wrist. "Do you see anything up there, Shattei Masaki?" "No movement, Captain." The lookout's reply was faint, despite him being perched only 30 feet above their heads. "But this forest canopy is thick as fog. Even with telescopics, we're hard-pressed to pierce it." "Clever rabbit," the Scourge hissed. "He's heard our engines and gone to ground." Jubei watched a spire of rock drift past their starboard, a black iceberg in a sea of maple and cedar. Thin cloud clung to the mountain tops, peaks crusted in snow, the rumble of engines and heavy thup, thup, thup of propellers echoing in the forest beneath them. Autumn cupped the Aishi Mountains at the edge of a cold embrace, the colours of rust waiting at the edge of the stage. The Scourge sighed, hollow and metallic. "I know it to be the impulse of my weak flesh, but I confess I missed these skies." Jubei blinked back his surprise, wondering if he should engage his commanding officer in idle chatter. After long empty moments, the young guildsman decided it would be impolite not to respond, speaking with hesitance. "How long were you stationed in Mochiba, Captain?" 8 years. 8 years with nothing but blood drinkers and skin thieves for prey." "Is it true the skies above the Round Eye lands are blue?" "No." The Scourge shook his head. "Not anymore. Closer to mauve now." "I would enjoy seeing them one day." "Well, the sooner we butcher our rabbit, the sooner we get back there."